Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Austin Petersen, a presidential candidate for the Libertarian Party. And today we've had a big controversy in the Libertarian Party amongst the Libertarian presidential candidates, the top three frontrunners, between myself, Governor Gary Johnson, and John McAfee. And the reason why I wanted to go live to you today is because I'm so excited to have the opportunity to be able to clear the air and discuss with you the importance of the issues that are involved here. Because as everyone knows, the Libertarian Party has struggled for many years to get good national television coverage for their candidates. And I want to tell you the story from beginning to end. So let me tell you what my point of view is on this debate. Because what had occurred was that we had heard yesterday that the frontrunners for the Libertarian Party candidacy would be invited to debate at the International Students for Liberty Conference in Washington, D.C. That would be myself, Governor Gary Johnson, and John McAfee. And I was very excited because I've been looking for a good opportunity to address these two individuals and to speak about the issues that I care about and explain the differences between myself, Governor Johnson, and John McAfee. So what happened was that we said to Stossel's people that we would love to be able to do something like that, and that would be great if the three of us could make it happen. However, at the same time, there was going to be a convention going on in Mississippi and Alabama, the joint convention in Mississippi and Alabama. And of course, we had committed to go to that convention in Mississippi and Alabama. So what we thought was there might be a chance that we could do both. So what my campaign manager did was he spoke to the people in Mississippi and Alabama and says, is it possible for us to make arrangements and make this work? Now, for some reason, the confusion was that we had canceled on the Mississippi and Alabama people, which we didn't do. And for those of you who know, in the closed group, the closed Facebook supporters group for Austin Petersen, where we have around almost 2,000 members, I posted in big bold letters, unconfirmed, that there might be a debate going on between the three frontrunners for the nomination. And again, because it was unconfirmed, I didn't know if it would happen, and I certainly would not cancel my plans on the delegates in Mississippi and Alabama, who I care for very much and whose opinions matter because they will be the ones who will select the nominees. So I did not cancel on the event for Mississippi and Alabama. What I did was I put together an idea with my campaign manager that we would put together a charter jet, a private jet, that would make it so that we would work with the Stossel team so that we could fly all the three major presidential candidates from the debate to Mississippi and Alabama so that we could do both. And it would be important for us to do both because the Libertarian Party needs this kind of national exposure. So this morning when we woke up, I saw that this controversy had blown up and we thought that we were going to be able to do both. Well, what we found out was that there were people accusing us of canceling in Mississippi and Alabama, and that is simply not the case. It was not true. And it made me upset because people were claiming that I was going to break my word to the delegates in Mississippi, Alabama. Absolutely not true. And I got upset because what happened was we spoke to the camp for John McAfee first, and we said, hey guys, why don't we make it happen? Let's charter a private jet that'll be ready to go, waiting to taxi myself and McAfee and Johnson from Washington, D.C. to Mississippi and Alabama. And the McAfee camp said, yes, absolutely, this would be fantastic. Let's all work together so that we can have a great debate and benefit not only our own campaigns, but the Libertarian Party as well. And we would be seen by thousands in Washington, D.C. Then we would be able to make it to Mississippi and Alabama for the conference. Very exciting. Wouldn't that be good for everyone? So my campaign manager reached out to Governor Johnson's campaign manager this morning and said, hey, let's make this happen. Let's do it for everyone. And they flatly refused. Okay? They refused to work with us. And I was surprised because I've had such a good relationship with Governor Johnson in the past. I worked very hard to help him in 2012. So I was a little bit hurt. And so we decided to go public with the truth of what happened, that Governor Johnson refused to work with us, and that John McAfee's campaign was going to be very helpful. But because Governor Johnson wouldn't do it, it turns out that it all fell apart. So I think that was a bit selfish bullish of Governor Johnson, and to be honest, if he cares about the Libertarian Party and the Libertarian movement, he would have worked with us to do that. And here's the thing, how awesome would it have been to have 3 front-running presidential candidates do this debate together, then get on a private jet, fly to Mississippi, land on the tarmac, have a huge press scrum waiting for us, and then we would have been able to take all of the press and the media that would have been waiting for us to arrive with us to the Mississippi and Alabama conference. So Governor Johnson has actually harmed the chances for us to help spread more press about the Mississippi and Alabama conference. So I don't see how he gets off saying that he's helping out the Mississippi and Alabama parties, that is why we attacked Governor Johnson in a newsletter and a press release today. But then they call me childish, they attack me, and they say, Libertarian presidential candidate, this is from the Johnson camp, Austin Petersen has been making a lot of noise lately because Johnson would not attend an event hosted by Fox Business anchor John Stossel. The event, which was going to be a televised debate between the 3 of the main contenders seeking the nomination, was going to be held during the Students for Liberty conference. Gary Johnson had already made a commitment to attend the Mississippi-Alabama Joint State Convention for their own debate. There was no way he could attend both debates on the same day. Not true, Gary. You're not telling the truth. Being a man of his word, Gary refused to back out of the previous commitment. Instead, Gary will speak at the conference on February 28th. So you see what's happening here is that Gary's like, I got mine. He doesn't want to give any attention to John McAfee or myself. He doesn't want to be seen in public with us until he absolutely has to. So I think that, and then if you go on to read the rest of this press release, which is posted at independentpoliticalreport.com, you'll see that they call me all sorts of names, and they're very hostile, and they call me a child, despite their very childish behavior here. And this is the person that we expect to be the leader of the free world. And of course, and then I was surprised because John McAfee, who has been actually nothing but nice, released his own statement. And he said that this week the LP was offered an opportunity to gain a significant national press by John Stossel and to moderate a debate between myself, Austin, and Gary. The debate would have been taped live at the International Students for Liberty Conference in D.C. This would have raised national awareness for libertarian principles and would have promoted the libertarian platform to millions of Americans. Mr. Petersen and I both readily agreed to the debate, and both of our campaigns were excited about the potential to swell the ranks. Gary Johnson, however, stated he had prior obligations and would not be able to attend. Fox Business News then indicated that a 2-person debate would not be viable. My campaign, as well as the campaign of Mr. Petersen, had the same prior obligations as Gary Johnson, the very worthwhile joint state conventions of the Alabama and Mississippi Libertarian parties. We were both willing to work with all 3 candidates to make sure that we could not only take advantage of this great media opportunity, but also spend quality time with the Libertarian Party delegates in convention. Unfortunately, Gary Johnson's campaign had no such interest. I am sad and disappointed that a 2-time candidate for president was unable to perceive the benefits available to the Libertarian Party. I salute Austin Petersen for his willingness to debate on a national stage, and I applaud the efforts of the Students for Liberty organization. This was from John McAfee. So kudos to you as well, John McAfee. Thank you very much. And you know, I've been on doing these live streams a while saying, where is Gary Johnson? And here is just another example of Governor Johnson being too terrified to debate. If I am just such a childish boy, then why exactly is he so afraid of me? Maybe it's because the grassroots supporters are getting behind the Petersen campaign. So we're going to be issuing another press release as well and another newsletter returning fire at Governor Johnson because I'm here to tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I running for president of the United States? Because I was disappointed in the quality of the candidates who were running. Because while I like Gary Johnson as a person, I don't believe he has the fire or the guts that is necessary to win the hearts and minds of the American people. That's why I'm running, because I think I can. And because, you know what, even if I lose the nomination, I want Gary Johnson to be a damn good candidate. So that's what I'm doing here. And I will fire back at Governor Johnson because I think that he's not doing what's best for this party or this movement. Where has he been? Where is Gary Johnson? He's nowhere to be seen. He's only at the events that he seems to care about. And here's something very interesting. A longtime Libertarian Party activist by the name of Chuck Moulton, who is a good friend of mine, sincere friend, He pointed out that Gary Johnson skipped conventions in 2012 to do national media. So it's very disingenuous of them to claim that, oh, that they're acting like a martyr, to point out, to act as if we're canceling, when they could have done both. They could have easily done both, and it would have been good for everyone. You know, I'm a capitalist, and I like to create situations where everyone wins. This is a situation where everyone could have won. But Gary Johnson and his campaign decided to be selfish, and now everybody loses. I lose, Gary Johnson loses, John McAfee loses, the Students for Liberty lose, the viewing audience of Fox Business loses, and the Mississippi and Alabama Convention loses, because what a tremendous opportunity if we had shown up in a private jet and had a press scrum ready to go and been able to bring them with us to the convention in Mississippi and Alabama. It doesn't make sense. Governor, you are going to lose this nomination to the rude boy, to the turning 35 years old next week boy, because it shows that you do not care about the future of this movement. If you care, ladies and gentlemen, about the future of this movement, donate right now. Show Governor Johnson that you will not stand up, that you will stand up to someone who is going to sit back and be lackadaisical about these principles. You know, liberty is never given. It must be taken. If you believe that, if you agree with me, let's show Governor Johnson that we want something new and fresh and bold and exciting. And I promise that if I win this nomination, I will bring the same fire and passion that you see right now to the debate with Marco Rubio and Hillary Clinton. If you think I'm being hard on Gary Johnson, who I like, you just wait what I do and see what I do to Hillary Clinton, who I don't like. Oh, you just wait. So do me a favor, go to apforlp.com and donate. This is the Where is Gary Johnson money bomb. Where is Gary? Where is Gary Johnson? Well, you know, I hate to tell secrets out of school, but I'm going to tell you another secret, guys, and here it is. You know, Gary Johnson had an opportunity to do a national media hit about a week ago, and he wanted to go skiing, so he turned it down because he couldn't do it out of his own home. Is this a guy who cares about spreading the principles of liberty? I don't know, guys. Where is Gary Johnson? Go to apforlp.com. Tell me what you think. You're going to get, as soon as you donate, you're going to start getting the newsletters and emails, and you're going to see the fire and the passion for limited government that I have. Because what am I doing? I'm here every single day talking about women in the draft, talking about my monetary policy, talking about my foreign policy, educating the American people. When I get done, I'm going to get on the phones and I'm going to call 25 people whose numbers and names I got from Instagram saying, hey, these are people who aren't even old enough to vote yet, so they can't even probably donate or benefit me. But I don't care, because I care about the country and the future of liberty. So I'm going to get on the phone and I'm going to call these people. And if everybody who's watching this right now, if you want me to give you a call, send me your phone number and email address. I will call you personally, and let's talk about how we will advance liberty in the future. Because unlike Gary Johnson, I'm here. I'm here for you every day on the Freedom Watch. Your Freedom Ninja, Liberty Champion, Leif Petersen. Go to apforlp.com and send me some cash today, because we need a new leader for this movement. And I promise you that I will fight for these principles. Thank you very much for being a supporter and a friend. I'm very happy to have you support. Send me your phone number and your email address. I'll give you a call and make a donation. Love you guys. Bye.